mentioned like in a poem to say there's Father Ra. As even today, in our language, we still say Bo Ra, Bo Re. So, and then they will say there's Ntu, which the Greek spell it and say Nut. There's Ntu as a female figure, which is just means the sky, the cosmos, and everything that is above our heads.
With bellies.
Then they'll say there's Osara, which now they call it Osiris. Then there was Oset, which is like Unomho in our
Isis in Greek.
Then there were all those Upata, Upata, to rule, to control, to be creative. So Hakaptai means the land of governance, Epatin, as well as Epatin, Engonin. In good language, we refer to Kemet as Engonin, meaning the fireplace where civilization was forged, where development was forged. It was a fond. So that's how Ethiopia was. It was Tanete, the land of nature, the land of nature born. So, and all the forces of nature were personified, like in a poem, to say there's this goddess, there's this god, there's this deity, there's this one, there's this guy. Then, up until the empire that was there of Tanete, it got expanded across what is called Red Sea, which actually it was a canal that was built by our ancestors in the ancient time. But they leave that part that was used as a natural bridge, the Suez Isthmus, which now the French will cut later and extend that canal, as if now the canal is built by them, when actually it was started by us intentionally. So across that land, as I said, it was the land of Sheba or Shaba, meaning the land of the nation, Sichaba, Shaba, Shabazz. So in that land, they were still continuing with a polytheistic way of believing and thinking up until the time of Queen Makeda, who went to visit King Solomon in Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, where they developed relationship to an extent that Emperor Menelik I came through out of that relationship. So then that's when the kingdom of Shaba began to adopt Judaism, the Mosaic laws, and the Mosaic way of thinking. But also the idea of monotheism is old, because we find that Pharaoh Akhenaten is the one who started to conceptualize that, to say, let's praise the core of Ra, which is Atum. So it came with Atenism. Those are the roots of Judaism, Christianity, Islam. Because all those concepts, if you read Drusilla Danji in her book, The Wonderful Ethiopians of Kushayatic Empire, he perfectly illustrates that so-called now world religions, they also originated from our ancestors, from Kemetism, from the practices of Kemet. It's just that what they did, they brought anthropomorphic form for us to look at them only in the human form. That when we think of Yahweh, we think of him as a human being only. When we think of Allah, we think of him as a human being only. You see, if we think of Jehovah, we think of him as a human being only. But it's just a metaphor. It's a poem. They are still referring to nature. Hence, they will observe the crescent before they observe Ramadan. They'll look where's the crescent, where the season begins. You see. Hence, our calendar was both lunar at some point, and in Kemet it became solar. So the idea we are questioning that why is it that in Ethiopia they'll say their New Year is the 11th of September? Because that's how we actually supposed to be in the order of nature, that's the time of spring equinox here in Africa.
Is it not 21, 23, somewhere there?
Yes, but I'm saying that whole month of
September.
that's where the equinox happens, of course, around the 23rd to the 24th. So September was supposed to be our first month, actually. Here, amongst the Zulu people, I think when these colonial people were translating our oral narrative history, there were also a mismatch of ideas. Like they will say in Zulu, the first month is August, but that is incorrect because that's the end of winter. It can't be the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year is what is in September. That is why we call September
Mandulo.
Kwandulela. Kwandulela means
Thokoza.
to pre-act, to act in the beginning, to start something in the beginning. It means it's the month of beginnings, Mandulo. So in Ethiopia, it's quite correct that we say the New Year is the 11th of September because that's the beginning of the spring into Asahlo. That's where the time itself is being initiated.
Makos.
Yes. So that is quite correct. Then that cycle of the calendar of the year, it will go on until August, where we say Unwaba.
Thokoza.
Unwaba meaning it's betterment. Now things are becoming better, but at the same time, Unyaka siyawunwaba.
Thokoza.
We are burying all the leaves that are fallen so that they become a manure in the soil. Compost. Compost in the soil, the mud. Yes. So that's the background of Ethiopia. Christianity is taken from that Kemetic idea of the family, to say that there was Osara, there was Oset, and then there was Horus.
No, Thokoza Kel. I wanted us to correct that that whole concept. Kikopa, question number 2.
Okay, number 2. Oh, yes, we need cleansing. The way TRC happened, Truth and Reconciliation Commission happened, that's why things got messed up.
Please go back to the year it happened.
1994. That's why things got messed up, because the way it happened in the like a Roman Catholic manner of that you come to the priest, you confess your sins.
Imagine.
There's no restorative justice, there's no cleansing, there's no psychological reversing, psychological repairment, restoration, nothing.
Counseling.
No enough counseling whatsoever. So the African element of restorative justice was excluded in that process, because if it was done in our way of Umkhosi Buyisana, which is the reconciliation ritual ceremony, whereby in the family, if 2 members or 3 members of the family, they clashed with each other, they got into a conflict, it was our custom that they should be brought back into reconciliation. When they are brought into reconciliation, there's something called ilala, which is like a palm frond of some sort. You find a lot of it there.
Like
What's a palm fruit?
It's like that plant. It looks like the rays of the sun.
All
Because we
right.
need now the light to return in the state of darkness, because conflict is darkness.
Makos.
So there will be that ilala that will be woven into a rope of sort, and each of those parties that were conflicting, they will be given that net is made of ilala, so that basenga ilala, they will milk those strings. As they are milking these strings, they are soothing their soul so that they can be brave enough to cough out what has troubled them in the state of conflict. Each party will come out and cough out me that, you know, I fought so and so because of 1, 2, 3. I fought so and so because of 1, 2, 3. So now we are deciding that we are reconciling. We are moving forward. We are restoring brotherhood, sisterhood, and everything. But our tension parties here, Inkatha, ANC, PAC, Azapo, they were never brought into that state under TRC. It didn't happen. We know that as Africans, when we are going to the war, we will use Ugugoma, Ingoma, fortification of different kinds.
Makos.
Intelligence and everything. It's the month of the young elephant, the growing elephant. Yes, because March will be known as Indovenkulu, now the great elephant. So, as we know, an elephant is the most intelligent animal that you can find in the wilderness. It has a huge memory. I hear someone mentioning memory there.
And it's matriarchal.
Yes, it's matriarchal. It's a very caring animal. So those are the qualities that we can learn, especially in this month, how to take care of each other. I'm saying that I'm calling for harmony, negotiation between the different parts of the world. We need to negotiate. There's no reason for anyone to commandize the natural resources of the world. We are a part of this earth. We are not separated from it. We are a part of this ecosystem. We are not separated. So we need love, peace, and harmony. But of course, I'm not a pacifist or someone who's fantastic to think that this will just happen by miracle. As I'm saying, if the different parts of the world they will demand the different parts of the world they will demand confrontation, a war with Africans, they will do so. But as I'm saying, nature will be with us. Nature will be on our side. Nature will defend us because we know how we relate to it, and we know the prophecies that our ancestors have kept for us to tell us what will happen in the present and in the future. So a lot of things happen also in this month. Some of our greats are born in this month, as I've mentioned too. Frederick Douglass, also John Lagalbalele Dube was born in this month. President Robert Mugabe also was born on this month. Bob Mahad also was born on this month. Yeah, myself, I'm also born on this
Forgetting to mention one thing. His birthday is when?
on the 29th. Today.
Yo!